These two lovely ladies just showed up on my doorstep. Let's get to know them a little better. So here are the two lovely ladies outside of the packaging. And as you can see, I have received some more goodies today. And we're going to take a look at those a little bit later on. So after taking them out of their packaging, I have been able to heat them up so their joints move well now. Very great articulation. So that both figures, the arm can go all the way around. Instead of there being a swivel at the elbow, it's actually right above here, just below the shoulder, like on a 6-inch figure. So they do have the swivel there at the top of the shoulder there, or just below the shoulder. The elbow bends this much, so as you can see, you can get more than 90 degrees. Comes with 4 sets of hands, including these. So these are the only ones that are gloved, and these are the gripping hands. The unfortunate thing is the right hand or the left hand, neither one of them have a trigger finger, so I may have to cut the individual index finger away from the rest of the fingers so that I can get them to place their index fingers in the trigger guard. So they come with a whole bunch of accessories. As you can see, she has this knife here. She also comes with this flashlight. She also comes with another set of here. So this is it here. This is what she was originally packaged in, was with this hairstyle, which I will not be using, at least not on this figure. I may use it in another custom. And they both come with this typewriter. I don't know the significance, but they both come with one of those. So they have, she also comes with this gun belt, this gun holster, as well as a gun. And so continuing with the articulation, the head can move back that much, can look down that much, has a little bit of a tilt, and of course can turn all the way around. This is the same for both figures. There's also a cut just below the chest, and then there's another cut down here, so you can add more twisting. Actually, is there? Actually, no, maybe not. There's only the cut up here, so you can get some fairly decent movement. Leg moves forward this much and moves back. Oops. And moves back that much. And the knee is double jointed, so it goes back that much. And the ankles are rocker ankles, so you can get them in some very dynamic poses. So as you can see, they do have a lot of detail, great paint apps, everything's all clean. I do recommend that when you get this, you heat them up first, as the joints were stiff when I initially opened them. So that can pose a problem with posing them if you don't heat them up first, and you obviously don't want to break these figures, as they're not super cheap, but they weren't that expensive either. I got these from the LT Cave. Great price for them there, as they do have a sale on them, so you may want to go check them out. These are Boris Ping designs, so yeah, they came out really good, a lot of detail. I do like her for Valentine. And then there's this one here in red. I think I prefer this one. Don't like the hairstyle on this one. This also can come off, as she did come with this original headset hairstyle on. I'm probably going to switch her back to that one. Actually, this wasn't what that was originally on. It was this one, and I really do not like that hairstyle. But they do have great articulation. They also do come with, like I said, the other set of hands. Some pretty animated and colorful ones. So as you can see here, there's the middle finger ones. She holds up 2 fingers on one hand, 3 fingers on another hand, and I believe these are fists. But yeah, some pretty interesting choices in terms of hand poses. And the other thing, like I said, is that only the gripping hands have gloves. The rest of them are bare hands. But yeah, great figures, great detail. And let's take a look at some of these other guys. So we got 2 of these. I got 2 Dark Troopers. Kind of held off, waited till they were on sale, got them at a decent price, well below the deluxe price. Got two of those. And of course, I had to order a Mandalorian. So here's Pre Vizsla. This is the more realistic version. I do have the other one that came out, the Clone Wars one. Very skinny. We'll just use it as a Death Watch Mandalorian to back him up. So yeah, great design. Can't wait to open him up. And I don't normally buy 6-inch figures, but this guy just looked too cool to pass up. And at the price that I got him for, which was like 20 bucks, I am not upset that I got this guy. Plus, he's a creature, so he can fit into really just about any scale. So this is a McFarlane design. Looking forward to taking him out of the box. This is part of the Warhammer 40K. Don't really know much about this. Don't know anything about this character. So I may be using them incorrectly, but doesn't matter. They look like a big beast that I could use in some of my world building adventures. And then, of course, you gotta have Admiral Thrawn. Now, I did have the original comic book version one, the 2-pack. It had very limited articulation. Didn't like the blue they chose for that one. I love this face a heck of a lot more. This face sculpt's a lot better. The articulation's better. They also have the new hip articulations, so that's pretty awesome. And then, of course, there's the other Dark Trooper. So I'm going to open some of these up. We'll pose them up, and we'll take a closer look. So let's start off with this Dark Trooper, as we do have two of them, so we can kind of just open the one. So let's take a look inside. And the good thing is I didn't get this from a brick and mortar retailer, so that's a good thing, meaning that hopefully what's actually inside the box is actually a Dark Trooper. And lo and behold, that's what we got. So let's put that box aside. And as you can see, they're using a lot less plastic. It comes with one of these little fold-outs, and this gives you some information about the figure itself and the different features that it offers. So there is the charging station that comes with this figure, so we'll put that together as well. And let's take a look at the figure. So it comes in this very basic packaging. Obviously, to minimize the plastic, they use mainly paper. So all of this can be recycled, which is great news for me. I love to recycle. I like to reduce. And sometimes I actually use the materials to make customs. So let's move that aside. And let's take a closer look at this guy. Wow, some really great detail. Some great articulation. So the head movement. I'm not going to be going through articulation on everything because most of you guys know how these things are articulated, and you don't really follow my channel for reviews. It's just mainly to take a look at some of the things that I got, and this did not disappoint. Great looking figure. I love the shiny finish that they put. It looks just like in the show. Obviously comes with a blaster. I'll take a look at the accessories in a moment. Let's just put him side by side with our ladies just to see how tall he is. So let's put him here. And let's move one of these ladies over. So he actually not a bad height. A little smaller than I would have liked. But hey, they're supposed to be big and imposing, but you can always kind of fudge that with different angles, different camera tricks, or even in post special effects, you can do that as well. So let's take a look at some of the accessories. I'm going to put the charging station together off camera, and then we'll take a close look at both of those pieces. Be right back.
A few moments later.
Let's go through some more of his accessories. So he does come with this blaster rifle. Pretty decent details rather. No paint apps on it. Just plain but there's still a lot of detail. I may dry brush some silver on it. No barrel hole drilled in, but that's okay. He also comes with these two flame accessories. Oops, these plug into the bottom of his feet. You may want to heat it up to do that, as I was having problems plugging them in to his the bottom of his feet. And he also comes with two fist hands. Let's see if we can pick up any of the details. But yeah, he comes with these two fist hands, and as you can see, there is a hinge, so you can get some movement. Okay, and here he is. And let's see if we can get his eyes to light up. So as you can see, the eyes really light up once you have a light source behind it. It's a shame that it wasn't directly on top, because then you would see it better. It's slightly behind them, which is fine. Still looks great though. I love the light up eyes. That's such a great feature. It brings me back to the old Star Wars days when they used to do that with the Jawas. I still have a few of those where you can actually light up the top of their heads and their yellow eyes light up, just like this Dark Trooper. Well, yeah, he's a great looking figure, great detail. Even though it's just mainly one color, it's just mainly black, they still managed to pick up a lot of the details in the armor. I don't know how clear that is for you guys, but yeah, it's a great figure, great articulation, great range of movement. The arms do go up about that far. Single hinge elbow gets them to about 90. Obviously, there's a swivel, and then there's the hand also is articulated. There's a hinge on the hand, and he has these two gripping hands. Or it, I shouldn't say he, doesn't have a gender. It has two gripping hands, and this one has a trigger finger so that you can use it with the rifle as well. But yeah, great sculpt, great figure, and I got it at a great price. So remember to check out ecollectibles.ca for some great deals. I do believe they ship to the US and internationally as well, so be sure to check them out. All right, let's see what else we have next on the docket. So next up we have Pre Vizsla. Boy, do I love this version of him. So much better than the Clone Wars one, who's very skinny, not much, decent paint apps, but not as detailed as this. The face didn't have as much detail as this figure does. This has that more realistic look, which I really love. And so yeah, if you're an inbox collector, you may want to avert your eyes, because yeah, this is happening. Oh yeah, oh look at that, I ripped off some of the packaging. Oh no, you monster. But anyways, here is Pre Vizsla. Let's take a look at him. Oh yeah, this is a nice looking figure. The one thing I've never, sorry, I shouldn't say never, but that I don't like about Star Wars figures is how small they are compared to other 4-inch figures. These guys are pretty tiny. So like if you put him beside these lovely ladies, you can see he's fairly small. Kind of looks like a kid beside them. It's just disappointing because I really do like Star Wars figures. That's definitely my jam. This one has the new cuts, so it has new articulation. I'm not going to go through all of that, as you guys basically know what they do. It's beyond the swivel hips. They now have ball jointed hips, which is great. And they started using the barbells, so now the head has more range of motion. In general, the articulation's a lot improved. It took them a while, but they're finally catching up to what some of the other more deluxe companies are offering. And for the price that Hasbro's charging for these things, it's a great deal. You're getting a great deal on a lot of these figures. So here's this helmet. It's a little on the big side, but not huge. Not like Sabine Wren's helmet on her. That thing was massive. This actually fits pretty nicely. They should have actually done this, or even just had what's it called? Just a swappable head. I personally would prefer just a swappable head as opposed to fitted helmets. But this one's actually pretty cool. He looks really good. And he comes with these other accessories. So looks like there's the dark saber and also his two blasters. So let's get those out. Now, with some of these swords, they may come out, they may be bent because they're all made out of this like really gummy plastic. Like his weapons are very soft plastic, which that's since they went in that direction with Star Wars weapons. Oops, sorry about that. With Star Wars weapons, I've been a little bit disappointed. Let me just get this off camera. So here's the dark saber. And like I said, the plastic that they use for weapons now is very, very flimsy. Like look how soft that is. Good thing I have another dark saber. It's not doesn't look like it's lit up like this one, but it's definitely a more rigid plastic than this. So this is rather disappointing. Hopefully he can still hold it without too many issues. And let's take a look here. Yeah, he holds it pretty good. I can't complain about that. It'll definitely look good in pictures. It's just a shame that it's not a more rigid plastic. And he comes with these two blasters. His two Mandalorian blasters, which are pretty popular amongst Mandalorians. Let's see if we can get him to stand up. And I don't know what the details like on this. Let's see, I can really pick it up. Kind of hard to get the details. Not too many details. Definitely no paint apps on it. But again, that very soft, bendy plastic, which I really don't like. And he also comes with a standard jetpack that most Mandalorians have. It has a nice shape to it. And you can just plop that in to the hole in the back. Oops. It's kind of hard to see through the camera lens. Okay, there we go. And his jetpack just fits onto his back like that. And we are ready for some action. Yeah, great figure. Some really great articulation. As you can see, he can actually point the sword because he has that hinge, that gun hinge. So he can point his sword. Let's attack! Yeah, great figure. Has holsters built right into the legs, so you can actually just plop his blasters right in. They fit right into here, and they should be snug too, based on the size. So there's one. Where's the other one? And there's two. So yeah, they fit in there. They're very snug, so they don't fall out. Here they are in position. And so yeah, like I said, they don't fall out. They're nice and snug in there, so they're not going anywhere. And that is pre-Vizsla. Great detail, great paint apps. I'm just so in love with TVC, so it's good to see that the 3.75-inch line is still thriving. So that's some great news, as I thought that the Black Series would take over everything. But no, he's still around. These guys are still kicking it, so I'm quite happy about that. All right, let's take a look at something else. Next up, let's take a look at Grand Admiral Thrawn. Here he is in his packaging, so take a good look, because the last time you're going to see him in this package. Oh yeah, let's open him up. Oh yeah! So here he is, Grand Admiral Thrawn. Let's take him out. Very limited in terms of accessories. He does come with this nice blaster. Again, still with that gummy, rubbery plastic, which I really don't like. I don't know if you can actually see the details on that. But yeah, great figure. So he has a pretty decent range of motion in terms of his head. He can look back that much, look down that much. He obviously has a head tilt, and it can go all the way around. His arms could go all the way around. He does have an elbow cut or bend, just about 90, and there's a swivel. He has wrist articulation, and it doesn't look like his hands are hinged. No. He also has a waist swivel and also an ab crunch. And he has the new ball jointed hips, which is also a plus. And like I said, he has this lovely blaster that should be able to fit right in his holster on his belt. So yeah, great looking figure. Again, my only gripe with Star Wars figures is their small stature. But other than that, great detail, great paint apps, and I'm so glad that I was able to get him because he's everybody's favorite big bad. Maybe not so much in the Ahsoka series. People were bitching and complaining about how fat he looked in his uniform. To me, that's neither here nor there. I enjoyed the series, but above all, I really love this figure. Great figure. And that's it. That's Grand Admiral Thrawn. Great looking figure. We'll put him up against this. And then last but not least, let's open up this Gene. I think it's a Gene Stealer. So this guy was so big that they actually took off two of his arms so that they could fit him into the packaging a lot better. So let's take a closer look. So here he is still in the blister. Gonna have to pan this camera up because he's so big. That's what she said. Let's take him out of this plastic though. And here is the Gene Stealer freed from its plastic prison. Great figure. So I had to but I had to put these two arms in. I had to heat them up in order for them to pop in. Now they're in there, they're not coming out. So those are really good. Great articulation on this particular figure. If you want more on the articulation and those details, you can always follow the Whoosh, and he actually has a review on this particular figure, and he's using it the same way I'm using it, as part of like either a sci-fi or a fantasy dio. I'll be using this creature, even though that's probably not the use of this creature. I don't know how powerful or not powerful it is, but in my world building, this is going to be a very powerful creature that is going to be in part of some amazing stories. But yeah, great figure, great articulation. Kind of hard to stand up because of the style of feet that it has. So it is kind of difficult to pose him. And then this kind of thing, because he's bent over a lot, because of the fact that his head, the way that his head swivels up and down, it has more range of motion looking up. So I'm guessing it's supposed to be crouched like this. And whenever it's crouched, this looks like, yeah, you know what it looks like. I ain't gotta say nothing. And it's a big one too.
I thought you said you weren't packing a weapon.
I don't have a weapon.
You don't have a weapon? Then how do you explain that? What's that?
That's not a weapon, that's my dick.
That's your dick? Are you being a wise guy again?
I may try to heat it up and bend it backwards, so it looks more like a tailbone, like it's supposed to be. You could see the spine going right up. So this, I'm going to try to heat it up and bend it out backwards. But yeah, great figure. All around, some really great figures. So far, 2024 is shaping up to be an awesome year.
Photo shoot. Yeah, flash. You are looking at a legend in the flesh. Fresh about the kitchen.
So if you've liked what you've seen today, by all means, blast that like button like it owes you some credits with your DL44 blaster. As well, subscribe if you're new. Share this video if you think anyone might like any of the figures that I showed today. And by all means, comment on what you've seen today and let me know, do you have the Gene Stealer or any of these figures, or are you planning on getting any of them? Let me know what you think. And how was your holidays? You can let me know about that in the comments as well. Mine, as you can see, has been a fairly good one, even though the end of last year wasn't the best. So far, 2024 is off to a great start. So hoping you guys are off to a great start as well. And I'll see you guys in the next video.